In the video, what I will be asking is, what if Present did win the Grand Festival? What would Splatoon 4 be like? But before getting into that video, make sure you are hitting that subscribe button if you are new to the channel. Make sure you are hitting that thumbs up button if you do enjoy the video. So yeah, even though Present did lose in the Grand Festival, I still feel like there is a possibility there that we will see it in the story for Splatoon 4. Even like if it is like a time travel sort of situation, we could still see Present play out in some sort of way. Or if there is a situation where all three themes are integrated into the story, then yeah, I feel like there is a possibility we could see it in the story mode. But I feel like the more realistic option is that we will see it in a DLC, because I feel like we will get a DLC situation, kind of like the side order DLC for Splatoon 3, how that was based on Order that did lose the Splatoon 2 final Splatfest. So yeah, the rest of the video we'll be talking about like what a Present sort of game would have looked like, but it did get recorded before the Grand Festival results did come out. This video was supposed to be uploaded before, where, you know, I talked about like the main theme of this video was, yeah, a Present Splatoon 4 wouldn't be boring, but I still feel like it does fit quite well with this video in terms of, yeah, this is what a Splatoon 4 set in the present would have looked like. Since the Grand Festival did get revealed by Nintendo, a lot of people are assuming that the result will affect the outcome of Splatoon 4, kind of like what happened in the final Splatfest for Splatoon 1 and Splatoon 2, how they did affect the outcome of their follow-up game. And I am no different. I did make a separate video talking about this earlier on, but a lot of people right now are thinking that out of the three options, Present would be the more boring one. And yeah, I did say this myself in that previous video which I did just talk about. A lot of people are feeling like that is going to be the more safe option out of the three. Like, we could get drastic changes if past or future does win. A Present Splatoon 4 doesn't necessarily have to be boring. There are ways that Nintendo can make this an exciting option. So I do believe before Splatoon 3 did come out, or maybe shortly after, we did get the world map of Splatoon. And yeah, pretty much what we know so far in Copolis and Splatsville, I do believe only takes up a small area of the whole entire Splatoon world. My memory could be wrong about that, but anyway, even if it is, there is still a large amount of the world that we haven't explored yet, and a Present Splatoon could do that. So we could have a completely different setting for a Splatoon 4. We could have like a tropical setting, set in like a rainforest sort of area. The point is, even if that does sound a little bit outlandish, there is a large amount of the world that we haven't seen yet, and a Present Splatoon 4 could do that. We could get to see what was going on whilst we were doing the Splatoon 1, 2 and 3 story modes. And yeah, maybe a new species could get introduced as well to make it a little bit more exciting. Kind of like in the world right now, how pretty much different cultures have different sort of ways of living, different sports, stuff like that. Maybe Nintendo can play into that with a Splatoon 4 set in the present time frame, where maybe, yeah, if you are on the opposite side of the world in the Splatoon world, maybe they still have like Turf War, but maybe they have like slight variations to Turf War. Maybe it is 3 versus 3 or 5 versus 5. Maybe they have like new style of weapons as well. This opens up the possibility for new Anarchy modes as well. And yeah, Nintendo can explain it by saying, yeah, pretty much in Incopolis and Splatsville, yeah, they pretty much do tower control, Rainmaker, Splat zones, but in this new area, they do this instead. I just feel like it would open up more gameplay possibilities if they did set the game in a completely different area of the world. I feel like it would be a really cool thing to see in terms of the hub area as well, and how the idols would be different as well. Maybe we could have like a completely different music genre for Splatoon 4, even in a present situation, because it is set in a completely different part of the world, and like I said before, they do have a different culture. Another thing that will make it exciting for a lot of people is if it was like an open world sort of situation, or maybe areas that do have more exploration to them. I feel like that will be exciting for a lot of people in the community. Again, going back to the different culture aspect, we could get like new completely different hairstyles and customization options as well to make it a little bit more exciting. And yeah, Nintendo, they aren't daft. If they are going to release a Splatoon 4 set in the present time frame, Nintendo will introduce new mechanics, maybe add in new game modes to make it exciting for people to buy. It doesn't necessarily have to be the same exact thing if it is set in the same time frame that we are in right now. So yeah, I don't necessarily believe that present it is necessarily boring. There are ways Nintendo can make this exciting, but yeah, out of the three options, present is definitely the more safe option, but it doesn't necessarily have to be a boring option. There are ways Nintendo can make this exciting. Yeah, that is pretty much all what I need to talk about in this video. Even if present doesn't win, I feel like we will see present play out in some sort of way in Splatoon 4, because I feel like it will play out in a DLC. Whoever loses, I feel like we will get DLC of that. But yeah, let me know your thoughts about this in the comment section below.